Unafraid. George Reister here. Joey Heim right there. It is Monday motivation. You already know what time it is. Got a couple good things up. First of all, like the feed, share the feed, swipe up, follow, do all those things, do all those great things. Couple, what we got on deck for today is Cam Newton. Joey here thinks that Cam Newton is a poor loser and a poor sport.
Such a poor loser.
Jesse Jackson was on Undisputed today, and I thought it was fabulous. I thought it was amazing. NFL continues to have litigation throughout the season. I mean, it's becoming not only the trend, but the norm, and what's going on with that and why it's bothering you. Jamil Hill is back on the 6th today. Boom.
Boom. I give her 3 days before she can't control herself.
And Lonzo Ball is out there balling.
Lasso ball.
You get that ball, and you get that ball.
Lasso ball. And you know, the NBA, I heard there's a rumor. They're not going to count that 29-point game because it was against the Phoenix Suns.
Oh, stop.
Earl Watson. Have you ever seen, honestly, those 3 games by the Suns? Worst 3-game stretch.
They haven't given him a team to be successful. I mean, they just haven't. But first off today, Skip Bayless. Today, Jesse Jackson was on Undisputed today with Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. And Skip Bayless said the best thing about Trump's presidency has been the unification of the black community through Twitter. And some people took offense to that. And
black people did, or white people? Who took offense to it?
Just some people who don't like you criticizing President Trump.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That they took offense to it. And they got to talking about the kneeling and all this. And it's funny to me because I've said all along where people have been shocked and outraged by a potential, depending on what metrics that you use, whether the NFL is losing viewership and if that's due to the protests and all this, right? I said last week that I thought it was due to social media and oversaturation because you can watch the games literally on your through Instagram and not miss anything exciting that happened. But some people think that it's because of the protest.
I think so.
And I say that, let's say that is true, right? That it is on some level because of the protest, right?
Because the protests have affected me, so I understand. Like, it hasn't affected you, right?
No, because because for me it has to do with work. It's got to do with I love watching football and I'm gonna watch football, and the idea, like, this is not the first time that people have been upset in the world about something social or something political falling over into sports. And think about this. Jackie Robinson. There were people that said, oh, if you let this nigger play, we're never going to watch baseball again. Guess what? You watch baseball again.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. They'll come back to football.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Not this year. This year is like, this is a wasted season. Like, my Cowboys were up 40-10 yesterday. I barely even looked. Like, go ahead.
No, go on.
I'm just upset. I just think it could have been done in a different way. And as much as you respect that it's not disrespecting the country or the military, I just think it completely. The season, what's going on in football, all the parody has taken a backseat to all the kneeling. Like, there's like these.
It's because the president has made it about that to boost his.
But even if it's the president,
agenda.
Whoever it is, if it's the president, if it's the owners, if it's the players, it is what it is. And now that it's something we're dealing with the kneeling, and
when you are on the right side of history, your business will always survive and thrive. Just like with Major League Baseball. I mean, there was an overwhelming feeling in the country. Jackie Robinson should not be playing baseball. Man, we're never going to watch again. They're back. They've been back. Kurt Flood with free agency. Fans were upset. Oh, you're going to ruin our teams. We're not going to watch. Oh, yep, you're back watching.
Of course. Everybody, any sport will survive. Steroids.
So there's no point in owners bending to when they know that something is not right? When they know that there's a problem in communities, they know that these players are actually standing up for something right out in the world. If you're an owner, you can't bend with the wind. That's what affects your business. That's what affects your life.
How are they bending?
Okay. So when players were kneeling, right? And then all of a sudden, President Trump starts speaking out about it, and people they get fake upset about it. Oh, I'm never watching the NFL again. I'm done with the NFL forever.
You see that, but that's disrespectful because there are people who are genuinely pissed off. Like as much as you're not upset, you have to respect those people that are furious.
They can be furious, and I'm saying they will get over it because when you are on the right side of history, right?
I know they're going to get over it. You're saying it's like fake. What did you say? Fake disrespect. I don't know what you said, but they're genuinely upset.
I get it. They have a right to be upset.
Why are numbers so down this year? It's the kneeling.
No. I believe that numbers are down across because numbers are down on TV. Numbers are down on. I mean, the entire media world has been affected because there's a changing landscape. There's so much stuff available
but it was there
digitally.
Last year too. But this is the biggest drop from year to year.
But numbers are down on specific games. It's not in general. Fans are not just tuning in to just see games. They're tuning in to see good games.
But
when the Cowboys play, numbers are high. When the Eagles play, numbers are high. When the Patriots play, numbers are high. I mean, it's just what it is. Like when good teams play, people watch, and when bad teams play, they don't watch because it was a time where you didn't have as many things to do as you do now.
Of course, people are always on their phone. That's the number one culprit. People, even when you're watching basketball games, like I'm watching NBA, I swear there's a game going on and I see people in the front row, but second row, they're always on their cell phones
because our
attention spans are shot.
That's what I'm saying. Social media is what is affecting numbers because just like I said last week, Damon, I picked him up from baseball practice last week. The Yankees were playing. They were down 4-0 and they won 6-4. Damon literally got in a car and rewatched the whole game on the 20-minute ride home. I mean, he saw every hit, saw every strikeout, saw everything in 20 minutes on the way home, and he didn't have to sit there for 3 hours.
So we're out here in Los Angeles, right? So we got the Chargers and the Rams football. If somebody offered you tickets for like a 1 o'clock game, Monday night game. Let's do Monday night because more traffic.
Absolutely.
You go?
Monday night. I'm more likely to attend a Monday night game than I am a Sunday day game.
Why is that?
Because Sunday day game precludes me from watching other games.
Okay, all right.
So I was
talking about more the traffic issue.
Yeah. Oh no, that doesn't.
See, like to me, like
it's always traffic getting in and out of stadiums.
Like even if it used to be where the Cowboys came to play the Raiders in preseason, I would or regular games I would go all the time. Now it's like you're right. There's too many other things.
Yeah, and you can watch the game no matter where you are on Earth.
Like Sixers, really quick. Sixers come out here, played the Lakers and Clippers twice. I haven't missed a game, and I can't tell you how many years. But the Cowboys, like I don't know. I don't know. Like in the 80s, the Cowboys were my first love. Like Tom Landry, Dorsett, Danny White. Now I'm not just. I don't know what it is. I don't. Is it the kneeling? I don't know what it is.
It's not, dude. And if
I'm
it
so
is, and if it is
franchise this year, I don't know
and
what
if
it
it is the kneeling that's affecting you,
I'll be back. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, everybody will come back, especially if you're on the right side of history.
Do you think it's the parity?
Do I think what is
the numbers are down because of parity? I really do. I think people like to see a 7-0 Patriots team, or the Browns are always going to be 0-8 because they're the Browns. But there's not. Who's the most dominant team this year? There is. Can you name one? The Eagles.
Eagles, the Chiefs, but the good part about
See the Chargers yesterday? I mean, geez, Louis, they smoked the Broncos.
It just happens, man. But this kind of thing happens every single season. It just feels more magnified every single year. Just like people believe in preseason, they're like, "Oh my God, so many injuries this preseason." But it's just typical. It's par for the course.
There's not too many injuries this year.
No. I'm just saying. During the preseason, everybody says that. They say, "Oh, it's so many injuries that stop the preseason forever." And then all of a sudden the season starts, and you're just like, "Oh, okay." It just happens. But to go back to the Jesse Jackson undefeated thing, is when you're on the right side of history, your business will always survive. It will always thrive. It will always be great because. Just like Jackie Robinson, fans said that they would never watch baseball again. Kurt Flood with free agency. Oh, we're never watching again. You're destroying our game. They watch even more. Black players wearing shorts in the NBA said it was graphic. We won't watch.
What?
Yes, dude. In the 50s and 60s.
Why? Because their schlongs were so big or something?
No, man. Because black men were generally looked at as like as like not only inferior, but like just showing your bodies was like graphic to me.
Really?
Yes, dude.
Oh my God. Will Chamberlain. Okay, sorry.
Texas Western, right?
Yeah.
When they played against Kentucky and all those teams when they won the national championship, teams would not play them because they had black players on their team. So it's like when schools were integrated, colleges. They said, oh, the National Guard had to show up. Nobody's going to attend these universities again. They will be back if you are on the right side of history.
Yeah, we'll be back. But I just think this year, the kneeling, the whole this country just where there's no more. You cannot be in the middle. It has to, since Trump became president, it's all or nothing. So you can't even be like you have to take such a hard line stance. Either you're for Trump, you're against Trump. If Trump says screw the NFL players because they're kneeling, then you're either going to defend the NFL players or you're either going to hate the NFL players. And that's where we are right now.
Which is like the most like antiquated like line of thinking. Like that line of thinking that we have to be all or nothing about one person is absolutely.
But that's how it's become.
But it's group.
You and I are different because we're like a little. You don't hate Trump, right?
No, I don't hate him.
I don't hate him either.
I don't like everything that he does.
Right, same with me. But most people either hate him or love him.
And I have been like adamant and vocal about I don't think that he's fit to be president. Like I don't think that he is a good enough leader. I don't think that he does enough of the right things to be our president.
But there's a reason he won, though.
Of course, there's a reason that he won. And Jesse Jackson said it best on Undisputed today. He said that when there is a movement of people in terms of social consciousness, social awareness, like treating people equally, right? That there is an undercurrent, like a backlash to that on some level, but you have to keep pushing forward and doing the right things.
Yeah.
Like that's where it's at. And I believe that there has to be some sort of like happy medium almost, right? When it comes to social justice, when it comes to quote unquote doing the right thing and all that, right? Because on one stance, we like hinder people's ability to like use free speech and be open and honest about what they think and what they believe, right? And then there's the whole snowflake conversation. So there is an element where it hinders people, right? But then there's another element of it that's good in terms of, yes, you should not trample on other people's rights and other people's feelings, but then at the same time, you can't be too damn sensitive either.
Okay, so switching subjects real quick. Who's your NFL MVP right now? I mean, did you see Ezekiel yesterday? 200 and how many all-purpose yards?
Ezekiel Elliott had a good game, but he's had two out of what?
Who's the front runner MVP right now?
Kareem Hunt, probably.
From the Chiefs?
Yeah,
really?
He's had 100 all-purpose yards every single game.
Well, the Chiefs were off yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what a season! Like every team is 3-2. Like the Rams are running away with the NFC right now.
I must say, I must apologize for
Goff.
Yes, every bad thing I've said about Jared Goff.
It shows you what a bad coach Jeff Fisher was. You know, Jeff Fisher. The game, there comes a time. So Tom Landry was fired in 1989, and I was 18 years old. And man, I went to my room, I cried, I was so upset. I hated Jerry Jones, I hated Jimmy Johnson, and then I ended up eating with Jerry Jones at the training camp. But there comes a time where the game passes these guys by, and Fisher, he should have retired like 12 years ago.
Oh, no, he shouldn't have.
After the Titans a few years okay, we'll say 6 years ago.
No, he should not have retired.
It's all about offense.
If people are still going to pay you $4 or $5 million a year, you make them fire you. You do not retire on that, buddy. So speaking of the NFL, continuing that, right? What do you think about all the litigation that's continued to happen throughout the season? You have Ezekiel Elliott this year. A couple years ago, you had Tom Brady. Before that, you had Greg Hardy, Adrian Peterson, Colin Kaepernick suing the league. And I believe that the NFL is causing itself problems by trying to adjudicate legal matters in a kangaroo court to fade public backlash.
So, okay. So that's what it is. It's Goodell. He has too much jurisdiction. Does this ever happen in Major League Baseball? Does this ever happen in the NBA? They keep their stuff so in-house, but everybody, all these guys you named, Ezekiel, Brady, Hardy, Adrian Peterson, and Kaepernick, who do they all have in common? One person, Roger Goodell.
Yeah. I mean, it's the idea that the NFL should be adjudicating these things is absolutely.
How did he get the power though? How did he?
Well, in the CBA.
Yeah, I know.
But
they're gonna take it away, right?
Yeah, for sure. But even bigger than that, though, even if somebody else has the power to do it, they're still going to be investigating these matters. Like,
oh, of course.
And it's stupid to me because I understand that people are going to be upset about this.
But in a way, it's also good. Don't you think that? Let's say Ezekiel Elliott, there was more proof, and he admitted it. Shouldn't he be suspended?
Absolutely. And no, absolutely not, dude. So look, the only way that Ezekiel Elliott should be suspended, the way we can get this clear, the only way Ezekiel Elliott should be suspended from the Cowboys right now is if he were either facing legal charges, right? That is the only way that I believe that the league should be able to suspend players.
While it's going on.
No. I actually think that you actually shouldn't be able to suspend guys until until it's completely adjudicated.
Yeah,
because under no circumstance the NFL is not a legal entity. So the idea, like Ezekiel Elliott, he is not accused of a crime by the police, right?
Right.
But the NFL is trying to say that he committed a crime despite the police having all the same evidence.
Right.
So how on earth can you suspend a player? And these are the types of things that bother fans. These are the types of things that get people upset with the NFL because you're like, damn, man, like how can we possibly enjoy the game when we have Tom Brady suing the league? We got Ezekiel Elliott suing the league every other year. I mean, like this is continuing to happen more and more.
Yeah. But you know, also that's what Jerry Jones told his players that everybody's going to have to save the NFL. Everybody's going to have to step up and care a little bit more. And you know, people a lot less kneeling is going on, so I think that's a good start. But you're right.
Man, the players should not give a damn about what Jerry Jones is talking about because Jerry Jones is the same person who said in the last CBA negotiations because in the CBA they negotiate stuff for current players and for former players, right? Yeah. And for future players and all that. And he's the man who said, former players hold no value to the NFL, right? So if you say that, because at some point in time, I'm going to be out of the NFL. Yes. So why the hell should I care about your damn business?
Wow, Jerry, I can't believe he said that.
Because Jerry cares about Jerry. Jerry cares about the dollar.
They all care about the dollar. That's how they all are.
And your Jerry Jones is the same dude who was not too long ago sitting during the national anthem.
Where's that, in the press box or something? I just heard that this morning.
Yeah, there's pictures of him multiple times. Sitting during the national anthem, but now all of a sudden it's a big ass deal to you. If I'm a player, I don't give a damn about what you're talking about the future of the NFL. They have that on
video?
Yes, they have it on video. They got pictures.
Okay,
everything.
I want to see it.
Because somebody actually wrote an article about it, how it was disrespectful.
At the time, or
yes,
now?
At the time.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, the hypocrisy is just on max, and it's like. I wouldn't give a damn about what Jerry Jones is talking about, the quote-unquote future of the league and all that stuff, because you don't believe as a former player that I hold any value.
No, that's awful. They have that. See that I hate stuff like that. Former players of every sport have so much value. Like they're invaluable. They do so much for the league. Like you can't just throw them out to the dogs after they retire. And that's why I hope all these former players like Earl Campbell, Tony Dorsett, all these. I hope they rape the NFL for billions. I can't believe he said that. That's brutal.
Because what happens, right?
They're all selfish. Those owners, all white, old, fucking cranky, selfish dudes.
What does Jerry? I mean, think about this, right? Who holds more value to Jerry Jones? Troy Aikman.
Of course.
Hold on. Yeah. Troy Aikman, Tony Romo, or Dak Prescott.
Absolutely. I get it. Dak Prescott. But you don't forget. I mean, you just don't forget. That's the problem with the NFL. No guaranteed contracts. How is there a league with the one sport where you get guaranteed to get hurt? Everybody is guaranteed. Do you think there's ever been a player who played 5 years who didn't get hurt?
Well, not hurt. No, injured. Yes, there are the rare occasion where a guy will play like 10, 12 years and never miss a start.
Or not get dinged. I mean, your pinky's hanging out. Like, I don't understand. So give me like Ezekiel Elliott. If he gets cut tomorrow, does he have to get? How does
they're gonna owe him a little bit of money. Somebody just brought up a good point about the flag though. They said displaying the flag horizontally is also disrespectful, but the NFL gets away with it every time. I mean, there are these quote unquote flag laws, flag codes, all these things that are supposedly disrespectful. Sitting for the anthem.
Why don't they just not do the anthem?
I mean, they can't not do the anthem now
How about
because they've been doing it for so.
Can you sit for the pledge allegiance? You can't sit for that.
No, you can't.
So do that. There we go. I solved our problem, baby. I pledge. We have my phone over here. I pledge allegiance to the flag. You cannot. Can you imagine taking a knee for the Pledge of Allegiance? Woo! Somebody call the NFL.
Actually, hold up. If I take a knee, no. If I take a knee, I put my right hand over my heart, and I take my cap off, and I'm like, I pledge allegiance to the flag.
But what if the PA announcer first says this? Please rise while we. I mean, you can't.
You can make all type of requests as you want in life. Just because you request it doesn't mean that it's gonna happen.
And I told the story. I don't know if I told you. I got suspended. Frost Junior High School. I swear, a true story. I stood for the Pledge of Allegiance. They said, all right, somebody goes in the office and said, put your right hand over your heart, the PA system, right? So I swear to God, I was late to class, and I was running, Frost Junior High School. So I get in my chair, and I'm exhausted. And then, please rise and I could not move. And who walks by? Mrs. Rose Rayo. She's like 6'2", big-ass lady. Her husband was a general in the military, like Vietnam. So she stops, she sees me, and I already had a bad reputation. I was a big mouth, like class clown. She sees me through there's those windows in the door.
Yeah.
Like she sees me, she's looking right at me, and everybody's standing up like this, and I cannot get up. And she's looking at me, she's like, and I'm like, oh my God, and I still cannot get up. And she goes like this to me. She goes like this, and I got suspended for a day for not standing during the lesson. And the one time, that's my life story. The one time I don't stand up, I get suspended. And I stood up every time. And I tried to explain to Miss Rayo, I just ran, I was so tired. And even the teacher said, no, he stands up all the time. And I got suspended for one day.
Wow.
8th grade, Robert Frost Junior High School, Granada Hills.
Dude, when you stand up or you don't do the right thing or do what people want, they will take it into account for, they won't take into account like all your past history and all that stuff. But a guy you're trying to take into account his past history, his everything, is Cam Newton. I mean, I haven't seen a player like of recent memory that's been more of a lightning rod for players for fans
and players, I think.
Well, yeah, in terms of being like
other team, people he's going up against, they do not like him.
No, there's a lot of people there Cam is like President Trump. You either love him or you hate him.
Yes.
And me, I like it's weird. I'm kind of in the middle on Cam. I like Cam, and I like what Cam stands for. I like what he does in the community. I like he's a good human being, right? Do I think he's immature? Yes. 100%. I don't think his maturity level always is where it needs to be, but you have another take on Cam Newton, not just in terms of his maturity, but
so yeah, I wrote my first blog and George published it. So where can I find that?
Tightend.blogspot.com.
That's your thing?
Yeah.
Oh, tight end, cool. So the thing about Cam Newton is just nobody likes a sore loser. Nobody likes that's my big problem with LA fans, because when they win, they'll rub it in your face. When they lose, you don't hear from them. You don't hear I don't see any tweets about the Lakers. That they've completely fallen off. The last 3 months, Dodgers. That's all you hear. But Cam Newton, he got killed yesterday. What happened to their offensive line? One of their big guy got hurt, twisted his ankle. But the thing about Cam Newton, he rubs in your face when he wins. And and you do not want to be around him when he loses. Now, I'm not saying you could be a gentleman and lose. Like the whole. I know you said you're not mad at him about the press conference of the Super Bowl. John Elway, Warren Moon, who was never in a Super Bowl. And it's not a white or black thing. That's why I said Warren Moon. Doug Williams wouldn't have done that. Maybe it's like I think maybe he feels entitled or something. I don't know what it is, but I just don't think that. He's just a poor sport. He's never going to be loved because of the way he acts after he loses.
I would agree with you on some level in terms of that he's not going to be beloved because of how he kind of handles some of these things, and people look at him like a front runner, right?
And yes, exactly.
And I get it, man. I get it. It's tough to play when it's tough to face the media and face these dumb questions at times and how people act when you don't, when they're always trying to nitpick and find something wrong with you. And he is attacked a lot. And when I look at Cam,
but they don't really nitpick.
I see the frustration, right? I see the frustration because I'm watching the New England game last night, and Tom Brady, you breathe on Tom Brady. It's a personal foul, late hit. You can knock Cam's brains out.
Well, but Shaquille O'Neal was refereed the same.
Yeah, but there's frustration on so many levels, and then the thing that happened with him losing his sponsorship with Dannon about the comment where he laughed, but then answered the lady's question. Like, it's like for him, he feels like he's constantly under attack. So when you constantly feel like you're under attack, like you don't always behave, like you can have some of those immature moments. But I'll give you a point that you didn't bring up to actually further your point. This week, after they lost on Thursday night, right? This week was the first time in Cam Newton's career that he was healthy and did not show up for his midweek
press conference.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what do you think about that?
After the thing that happened with Dannon, they lost on Thursday night. He was probably still a little bit frustrated. And for me, listen, if you know that you're in this bad mind space and that something could go wrong at the press conference, do what Baby's mom said. If you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all.
But, okay, see, that's the thing about Cam Newton. Now that you said that, I wish I would have known that, because he's the kind of guy that if he's upset, he's not going to give you his best on the football field.
Oh, no.
He was awful yesterday.
No,
oh, man,
dude.
He was so bad yesterday. Like, I had no idea that he didn't even go to the press conference. So all this stuff that's harboring inside of him, he brings it onto the football field. Like, he had a really bad game yesterday. He scored 3 the Cubs. The Bears are not a bad defense. First of all, do you see that guy? What was his name? Harris, that returned those 2, the fumble and the.
Yeah, he got 2 fortuitous bounces.
But man, first time ever 2 70-yard returns and he did it in one half. Forget a game.
Yeah, but he got it. He ran into a fumble and it was a tip pass. Tipped up. Like, it was 2 lucky plays. Anybody with enough speed would have returned those for a touchdown.
So as a former football player that played in the Super Bowl where Cam didn't dive for the loose ball, what was your take on that?
I couldn't really explain that, except for I know sometimes that quarterbacks don't have a habit of like
driving for balls.
Yeah, and getting themselves in harm's way. So, and when you don't have a practice of doing something, and then a moment comes, like you react, like you default back to what you normally do. But
that was such an all or nothing situation.
No, I get it. But if that's not what you're used to doing, then it's kind of like in like your kid, right? Like you try to build him great habits in baseball, fundamentals, all these things, right? And if you don't have those fundamentals, when a time comes when you're tired, when you're hot, when crunch time comes, you will do whatever you practice the most at.
Yeah, I guess. I think there's some guys that would have just put Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers. I think those guys would have put their lives on the line. By the way, who won the? I didn't even realize. See that's what I'm talking about. NFL. I wasn't even following yesterday. Did the Packers beat the Saints?
No, the Packers didn't beat the Saints, man. Brett Hundley had a bad game.
Yeah, but they were up most of the game, right?
They lost by like 15 or 17 points.
They got blown out. They were up at halftime.
Bro, oh
my gosh.
It didn't work out like that. It did not work out like that. So the last thing though today, the next to last thing. Jamil Hill is back on the 6 today. Aren't you excited?
So nice.
I'm tuning in. I'm T-Bowing the 6.
She cannot control herself.
Dude, that is the stupidest. I cannot
she'll tweet something. And you know what? I love Donald Trump. That's what I like about him. He's gonna purposely say something just to get her to. She's gonna bite. She will bite. She will tweet something.
Do you understand that the idea that we would want to hold a journalist, right? a proven journalist, not just some opinion.
Sports journalist.
No, she's written about other things in life and all that stuff too. Like
So,
she went
so
to
go
school
work for
this.
MSNBC. Like Rachel
No,
Maddow.
dude.
You don't turn to Rachel
You
Maddow to
cannot-
watch the Cowboy highlights.
Yeah, but the thing is, you cannot under any circumstances.
Michael
right?
Smith doesn't do it.
When yes, he does. When you are a person, when you are a reporter, and you are in sports and the landscape that's going on today, you cannot ignore when players are talking politics, when politics are involved in the games, when politics are involved with the other owners and all that stuff. You, as a responsible journalist, cannot ignore those things.
Yeah, but Michael Smith does, or he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. He talks about these things as well.
He does it in a way.
He just didn't tweet. I mean, he just didn't tweet. Like, that's the
I'm
only
talking
difference.
I'm talking about tweeting. She's not going to be able to control herself.
Oh, my
she's
God,
Been
dude.
warned. Okay,
There-
so she's been warned. She's been suspended. Supposedly the next time she's going to be fired. So let's see.
Yeah, and guess what? At the end of the day, here's the truth of the matter. When you are fighting for what you believe is right, what you believe is the right thing to do, because she did not say anything that is either not untrue or is not right. I mean, so at the point in time where you are standing on like proper ground, trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
At no point in time will you not land on your feet, and you cannot be willing to be silenced.
She better be, or she's not going to get that paycheck.
She will find a new paycheck, brother.
No,
That is significantly bigger.
I get, and
I'm
she'll
telling
end up
you.
suing ESPN.
No. There's no reason to sue
Man, Colin
ESPN.
Kaepernick, he started a firestorm. If they fire her, she'll sue.
No.
And who did say? What's his name? Not Jesse Jackson, the other guy. Al Sharpton said he'll march for her.
Listen,
If
bro,
she gets fired.
because at the point in time where we hold private citizens accountable for speaking truth or speaking their opinions, and we don't even hold our president accountable for that. I mean, the president affects private enterprise and business. Like, it is insanity. I mean, it is absolute. Like Bush League, where like we say the leader of our free world, right? The leader of the free world, who sets the tone for the country, right? Who is reckless with his tweets, reckless with stuff that he says.
To be, right?
So you can't give that man a pass and say, oh, well, hey, yo, that's just Trump being
That's
Trump.
him.
But
That's how you won.
No, I'm saying you can't give him a pass for that, and then say, oh no, you're a bad person. You can't criticize him. Criticizing presidents is normal. It is fair game.
Well, yeah, no. Well, he criticizes one thing, but calling him a white supremacist.
He hangs out with white supremacists.
No, he's denounced David Duke a million times.
No, it doesn't matter what you did.
That's like somebody saying something about Obama being black, making a joke about him. They'd be fired too. They should be fired too.
Listen. If you,
I don't want to hear Jamel Hill
out,
say it's a white supremacist. It bothers me.
Okay, fine.
I don't think he is. A white supremacist does not let his daughter marry a Jewish guy and convert. It doesn't work that way. A racist does not do that. You're not kind of racist. You're either all the way racist. It's like you put your foot in the pool. Your foot is wet or it's not wet.
No.
He's not halfway racist.
No. There are levels to racism. There are levels to this.
If you hate Jews, like people said before, he's an anti-Semite. Okay, so then he lets his daughter not only marry a Jewish guy, convert.
He may
to
have not
Judaism.
had any choice about that.
Oh, dude, come on! He'll cut her out of the will.
So what? She's a grown ass woman.
And he loves the son. He loves the grandkids. Like,
listen, bro. What I know is this. What I know is this. Is that I'm not saying that Trump is a white supremacist. However, when you
can criticize him. I don't mind.
When you hang out with when you hang out with people who have views that appear one way, right? Like a couple of people, like the Breitbart people and all the stuff that he had hanging around him, then people are going to assume that you have those same views, and it's unfortunate, but that's just what it is. And I'll tell you this in closing: I'm watching the Six. I will be watching the Six every day just to make sure.
Really quick, so my Yankees lost. You picked them to win the World Series. I told you the Astros scared me.
No, I said I wanted them to win.
So the Astros, I told you, I have a man crush on Correa.
What does that mean? What the hell is a man
he's such
crush?
A beast, man. He's
No.
That guy
explain to me like man crush sounds sexual. Explain man crush to me.
That if I was a girl, I'd have sex with him.
Oh my! How can you possibly?
But I'm not a girl. He's a good-looking dude. He's a great baseball player. Great guy. He's doing a lot for Puerto Rico. I'm not saying I'd sleep with a guy. You don't have a man crush?
No.
It sounds like you have a man crush on Cam Newton.
No, no.
Who's your favorite athlete right now playing the sports?
Favorite athlete in sports right now? Probably.
He's afraid to say it. See, I can
Steph Curry or LeBron James.
Steph Curry, what a crybaby! Did you see him the other day?
I love Steph Curry.
Oh
dude.
come on! Oh come on! Throwing his mouthpiece at the referee, and then Kevin Durant doing this to the ref.
He got frustrated, bro. I mean, and LeBron James also said that people need to go back to that people are going to go back to their miserable lives after considering, criticizing him. But
and he's right. He was right about that when they lost. When the Heat lost, I remember he said, "He goes, I'll go back to my mansion in Akron, Ohio." Like, yeah. You know, and really quick about the NBA. So the Sixers are 0-3. They played 3 really tough teams. Golden State's 1-2. OKC's 1-2. It takes time to gel, man. What's wrong with these people? Oh my God!
Stop trying to compare a veteran team with the Thunder and.
But if a veteran team is 1-2, why wouldn't a team full of rookies be 0-3?
The point is that the veteran team. One of those has won 2 out of the last 3 NBA championships.
Right. But the other one will go to OKC because they got Paul George. And did you see the game last night?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What a shot by Wiggins. Paul George and Carmelo, who's actually been playing great. Yeah. I think, listen, I'm not a Carmelo fan. He went to the perfect team, OKC.
For sure.
Who's your team to come out of the West? Oh, you said Golden State.
Yeah.
And who's your team to come out of the East?
Boston? The Cavs.
The Cavs?
Yeah, it was Boston until Hayward got hurt. So you can't compare the 76ers and try to compare them to it takes time to a gel. Because at the end of the day, the 76ers have a bunch of rookies and guys. I mean, think about it. Their top 4 players, right, which are Saric, Embiid, or their alleged top 4 players, Ben Simmons, and a guy that they drafted number 1, Markelle Fultz, right? Those 4 guys have combined to play 1 entire NBA season.
Right.
4 guys, 1 NBA season.
Wait, what do you mean? Not an NBA season.
No, I'm talking about an NBA season's worth of games, like 82 games.
Okay.
Like you have 4 dudes who played a combined like 82 games.
By game 20, you'll see a completely different team.
I agree that they should be significantly better. However, but any expectations of anything beyond maybe like a 7 or 8 seed are like absolute. No, I'm saying but even that is a little bit of a
28 wins to the playoffs. Every 76er fan will take that. Every Sixer fan. Oh my God, can you imagine? If we get the 8 seed, Philadelphia Sixers will be dancing in the streets.
But that's what I'm saying is that there. But you were saying that they would be 4 or 5 seed and that Embiid would be in the
I think they'll be a 5 seed.
in the.
And he will be. He
will not finish in the top 4.
Don't forget, he's not in shape.
It doesn't matter, bro.
He played 1 preseason game against Brooklyn, and he had 22 points in 15 minutes.
You cannot play not play on back-to-backs, right?
Yeah.
And want to be in the MVP
They'll change that.
Dude, he's from the scratch and didn't bend. He'll be hurt in the next 30 minutes if you do.
And by the way, once again, that game against the Phoenix, I've never seen. They gave up on their coach before the season started. And by the way, Josh Jackson, remember Josh Jackson?
Yeah.
Charles Barkley said Josh Jackson of the Phoenix Suns will be the best player. I mean, it's still early, but in 84 minutes of basketball, guess how many rebounds he has?
Probably 4.
2.
Bro, yeah, I mean, he's still learning how to play.
How do you not? He's 6'10". How do you not grab a rebound? That is hey, bro, rebound to me.
It is part.
Rebound is all hard.
It is, but it's also part positioning, understanding
dude,
where
you get
you
one
are
out
on the field.
Out of a free throw.
Bro, just happens, man.
I mean, dude,
you actually have to honestly.
That's my favorite stat in sports.
Honestly, you have to learn how to rebound. I mean,
but you gotta have heart.
Josh Jackson does have heart, but however, it's just like so they just fired their coach. Eric Bledsoe tweeted out, "I don't want to be here." Like something is clearly going on, and it is going to hinder a rookie's growth and his potential when the people around him don't want to be there. He's got no leadership. Like like the coach clearly lost the team. It just doesn't.
Did you watch any of their games yet?
Why on earth would I?
Like they played the Clippers and the Lakers.
Dude, listen.
So I
watched the Phoenix Suns.
I watched the second half of the Clipper game. I've never seen, and I watched the last 10 minutes of the Laker game. They don't try on defense. It is the weird. I've never seen that before. If a guy goes to shoot a layup, nobody goes to try to block it.
It's like they have 12 James Hardens on the floor.
Oh my god!
Like they have 12 James.
By the way,
Hardens.
the Houston Rockets and James Harden. I told you we won't get into it today, but James Harden to me is the best offensive player in the NBA.
Stop. No.
Nobody can stop him one-on-one. He can shoot outside. He can drive to the basket.
There's a reason why he gets in the playoffs and struggles.
Well, no. I'm not saying the hard thing. Offensively, he's the best.
No, I'm saying he struggles in the playoffs offensively because he relies too much on trying to draw fouls. And in the NBA playoffs, they don't call fouls as much. You have to make buckets. And then he gets frustrated because he just throws his hands up like, foul, right? Oh my God. And when you're not focused on making buckets and you're focused on fouls, then when it comes time for playoffs, you can't undo that because you're built like that.
Google James Harden's last, I think, 2 or 3 elimination games, and you will see the worst. I think like the last 2 was like 25 combined turnovers.
He's a big crybaby.
Are you going to any of the World Series games? Would you pay 2 G's for it?
Would I pay 2 G's for it?
I mean, the last time they were in the World Series was 1988.
Yeah, I honestly, that has no factor for me because like World Series game here, World Series game there, that doesn't like geographic location.
But shouldn't
it doesn't factor in. However, I just feel uncomfortable dropping 2 G's on a game because.
But if you're worth $2 million, you would do it easily, or still not really?
Nah, because I'm not going to the game solo. So like,
well, okay, you and one of you and both kids, so 6 G's.
Do you No,
how about 3 G's? How about 3 G's in the nosebleed?
No, do you understand? I cannot do that. Because if I go to the baseball game,
what about Super Bowl then?
I don't pay. I've never paid to go to the Super Bowl.
But okay, so I'm saying
the Super Bowl is the last. When Super Bowl is the absolute last sporting event I would pay money to go to. Last.
Okay.
I mean, like major sporting event because it's too much rigmarole to get in the game. I mean, it's literally like going to go see the presidents.
What about NBA Finals?
Absolutely.
Lakers. Would you so you would pay?
I would pay 2 G's to go see the Warriors play like the.
So what's the difference? So you don't like baseball as much?
No. I love baseball, but what I'm saying is the way my family is constructed, right?
Yeah.
My family loves baseball, so it's like, and my son plays.
Yeah.
So if I go, gotta take Damon, right?
But you said you're taking him to the NBA, though. That's the whole point.
No. He probably really wouldn't want to go to that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would feel more comfortable leaving family at home. So I gotta take Damon already, right? Devin, she loves baseball too. So then she'll be like, why the hell why'd you take Damon and didn't you take me?
But
okay, and then Denisha's gonna want to go. Caden's gonna want to go. Patty loves going to any single sporting event. So now I'm out 12 G's to go to a game. Okay, not happening.
Okay, what about NBA? I'm not saying all the other factors.
NBA, I could roll. I could potentially roll to the NBA game, like NBA playoffs, just me and wifey. That's it.
Okay. So if the Yankees and they're not playing, and for everybody to know, I'm not devastated that the Yankees lost because nobody, including me, picked them to even get to the playoffs this year.
Oh, dude, stop with that excuse, dude.
I did. Dude,
because nobody picked it, dude. Your hopes were up. Dude, stop. Stop.
They got my hopes up, but it was all a pleasant surprise for me. Like even when we beat Cleveland, I was at home celebrating. I said we're probably not gonna get past the Astros. If we do, it's all great for me. But like the Cowboys last year, I swear
there are no moral victories.
There is. My Cowboys last year, God. I did not want them to win the Super Bowl because I didn't want them to have it too easy. Young guys like Ezekiel and Dak, and I wanted them to struggle.
You have to take when you can get it.
It's not their time.
Look at Dan Marino.
It's not the Yankees' time. It's not their time.
That is the biggest.
We are set up like you wouldn't believe for the next 7-8 years.
Allegedly, until Aaron Judge pulls a hamstring,
and then we got to
until he breaks his leg.
His place.
But think about this: Sports Illustrated predicted with the
that.
cover 3 years ago. Yes. 3 years, 3 months.
It's a process. Right now, the Yankees are in that process.
Bro, there's no guarantee though.
When they made that prediction, I think they lost 100 games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we didn't lose 100 games. We lost in Game 7 of the ALCS.
Listen, bro. The Indians were supposed to. I mean, it was the Indians' time.
Yeah, but they're from Cleveland. Like
It
teams from
doesn't.
Cleveland don't win.
It is the.
Unless you have
It's
LeBron.
been the Nationals' time for a long time.
No,
It's
hell
been-
no.
I'm
Nationals,
just saying.
no.
I'm just saying.
The
bro.
Nationals, they should like what's that word when the Twins and not collude. There's a word for it when they all combined. They were going to combine the teams in the Major League Baseball. There's a name for it. I'll figure it out afterwards. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. Let me know. There's a name for when the Twins
Contract.
No.
Yeah. When they were gonna
there's another.
contract the
It's
teams.
something with a con, but it's not contract.
It's contract, bro.
No, it's not.
All
It's
right.
somebody give me what's it called? Here, one of your people will get it. There's a name for it when it's something, not contract. It's a bigger word.
Okay. Consolidate.
No, not consolidate.
It's contract, bro.
No, it's not
when,
contract.
When they're gonna make the league smaller. Anyway.
No.
You guys are watching Unafraid. Joey Heim here. George Reister here. Thank
Somebody,
you guys
what's
for,
that word? Come on, come up with it.
you guys for joining us. Catch you guys later.
be
Unafraid
back
will
Thursday.
be back tomorrow.
He'll be back
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I'll be back tomorrow. Joey will be back on Thursday. All right. Peace out.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, everybody. What the hell is that word? There's a word for it. Oh man.
I already told.